Hi guys, welcome back to a new video. This video is going to be about decluttering your wardrobe, but more importantly, what you should do before you declutter your wardrobe. So, over the last 8 months, I have been decluttering, minimizing, reducing my wardrobe and the rest of my life. But the one thing that I really had to home in on before I minimised and decluttered my clothes was figuring out my style and figuring out my uniform. You may have seen other people discuss a uniform, especially when it comes to having a capsule wardrobe. Now, capsule wardrobe is basically a minimalist wardrobe because you are basically everything mix and matches. You have a small capsule wardrobe where everything goes with everything so that you can create so many outfits with very few possessions. Now, that's all very well and good if you know what your style is and you know what your uniform is. That is the most important thing to do before you declutter your wardrobe, because if you don't know that, then you figure it out afterwards, you might have already decluttered several pieces that would have worked in that capsule wardrobe that you are trying to create for yourself, and then you're wasting money rebuying those items. So unless they're items that don't fit you and you're going to need to get replacements anyway, you don't want to be getting rid of items that could work for you in your capsule wardrobe. One of the things that I knew that I could easily get rid of, for me personally, is that I don't really wear patterns. Now, I realise I'm currently wearing a striped shirt, and that technically is a pattern. Now, stripes are the one thing that I generally will ignore when it comes to patterns. I like a striped shirt or a striped t-shirt. It just adds that element of interest into an outfit. So that is generally the one time I will ignore my no pattern rule. I also have one summer dress that I bought in Corfu last year, and that is a full-on sort of pattern maxi dress, but that is one item that I would wear on its own with nothing else, and so I'm not trying to mix and match it with anything, if that makes sense. So that is the only patterned item I think I now own. I don't think I own, apart from accessories, I've got a scarf that's patterned, but apart from that, they are the two patterned items in my wardrobe. And obviously the dress is something that's very seasonal. I will only wear it in summer. Other than that, everything else is neutral. I'm really sorry if you can hear my washing machine. It's just gone on to spin. But yeah, otherwise it's very neutral tones. Most of my wardrobe now is neutral and non-patterned clothing. So I generally go towards this kind of minimalist, casual, girl next door kind of vibe. That's generally my kind of look. It's jeans, t-shirt, sometimes a shirt over the top, sometimes a cardigan over the top, but generally it's some sort of trouser, usually a jean, and some sort of t-shirt or sort of vest tank top, and usually just in neutral colours like black, white, grey or beige. I did used to wear a lot of navy, but to be honest, I've kind of got a bit bored of navy. I've kind of gone away from that. I prefer just having, if I want to have a bit of blue in my wardrobe, I've got like a light blue jumper, or I've got this shirt with the light blue stripes. I've got a couple of light blue pieces, so I'd rather have light blue pieces than navy. I'd rather just stick to grey and black when it comes to the more tonal, like darker colours. So yeah, generally my uniform is a variation of a t-shirt or vest top, jeans, some sort of shoe, whether that's, depending on the season, whether that's a Birkenstock sandal, a trainer, or my Blundstone boots. It's going to be a variation of that kind of outfit for most days. That is the kind of life that I live. That is what suits my lifestyle. Obviously, your lifestyle is going to be completely different to mine, and your uniform is going to be completely different to mine. You might find that there's a specific colour that really, really suits you, and so you can build your capsule wardrobe around that colour. Ultimately, it is about finding your uniform and your look, your style. When people think about you, what do they think about your style? Everyone that knows me knows that I'm a t-shirt and shirt over the top kind of girl. I'm a t-shirt and jeans kind of girl. I always have been, and to be honest, I probably always will be. I can't see that changing anytime soon, and so that is my uniform. That is what suits me, and that is what I am comfortable in. So since I've been decluttering my wardrobe and minimizing everything in it, anything that goes into that category I've been leaving, get rid of everything else, and then I start to minimize the items that I've got with things that are like necessities, essentials in my wardrobe. I got rid of everything else, and then everything that was left were things that I would wear. But then I would get rid of things that were worn out. I would get rid of things that, you know, needed repairing and things like that weren't not all things that needed repairing, because some things are easy to repair and you can carry on wearing them. I'm just talking about things that like are just not going to work in the wardrobe anymore for a particular reason. Perhaps it's the shape of something, perhaps something's out of shape. That's not really something that you can repair. And now what I do when I need to replace an item, I try to just stick with not necessarily luxury pieces, but well-made quality items. There are lots of shops on the high street and obviously more expensive brands as well as cheaper brands that do quality items. And my wardrobe now is built up of lots of basics, but quality basics, and that is something that is really important to me. I want something that's hard wearing and that is going to go the distance. I don't want something that I'm going to wear twice, wash, and it all go out of shape and horrible. I'm not here for that. I'm not going to spend money on things like that. Now, I'm not saying that you need to buy things all secondhand. I try and find things that are pre-loved first. However, I'm not adverse to buying brand new items as long as they are quality items that I know are going to work hard in my wardrobe. And that is something that is important to me, and it's something that I thought about when I was also decluttering and minimizing my wardrobe. So just some things to think about there today, guys, before you go and just completely ransack your wardrobe and get rid of everything. Think about the quality, think about the style that suits you and that you like wearing, and think about what your uniform is. Once you've got those three things, the world is your oyster. Create the most beautiful capsule wardrobe that will take you anywhere and that will create lots of outfits for you with minimal items. Let me know what some of your favourite styles and items are in your wardrobe that really work hard and are worth the money. Pop a comment down below, I'd love to hear it. But for now, I will see you on the next video. Bye for now.